relatively poor pavements. Sanctuary Settlement, Union Square, a little bit of Deer Point Trails. Most of those pavements that were actually resurfaced relatively recently, with the exception of Union Square, those scored a bit higher. And it should be noted that we were able to locate some of the engineering plans for the original subdivisions. And basically, we're looking at 3 inches of asphalt. Basically, was the village standard at the time that these subdivisions were created. The Union Square actually used 4 inches of asphalt. It was built a little bit later. Standards were upgraded a little bit for that particular development. And it's actually held up a little bit better. An inch of asphalt doesn't sound like much, but it's actually 25% more asphalt than what was used in the Deer Point, Misty Hill sanctuary settlements.
I have a question.
Yes.
Go back, Renahan Beach.
That's Fairview.
That is Fairview, Fairlawn?
Yes.
Fairview, okay.
These are just some representative photographs. Sanctuary, the upper left, is an example of what an index of 76 would look like. We gathered the data, put it into the program, and it grades very harshly, apparently. I would figure that road would actually be higher in the 80s or in the 90s if you look at doing just a small crack in the middle, a little bit of edge cracking towards the curb. But in any event, that's what the program and the software developed. It's still a very satisfactory road. Deer Point Trails, List Drive. You see we did some crack work. There's a big longitudinal crack down the middle, and also on both sides you actually have edge cracking. There's actually some crack filling program we did next to the curve right there. Union Square, Patriot Drive. This particular area we have not crack filled yet. There's some cracks in the center of the pavement. And part of the data input is severity of the cracks. So where we have done some maintenance to it as far as the crack filling is concerned, that would be taken into account in the program. That Union Square, after we get done with the crack filling, will actually score a little bit higher, probably more towards that Deer Point List Drive example that we have there. And then Cranberry Lakes, this example of what a pavement looks like was 43 is a rating. I think that's in the poor, bordering on the very poor category. We actually did this analysis of field work in March when the frost was coming out of the ground. We got on a couple of the engineering blogs, and a couple of engineers said this is the worst time to do it because you see every crack and the water's coming out of the ground, and it makes the pavement look a lot worse. And other engineers say it's the best time to do it because it exposes every single one of your cracks that you have, gives you a little bit of detailed information, analysis of what your pavement's like. But anyway, that's what the Cranberry Lake, it's 43, you see all that alligator cracking in the middle there. You can't go to crack fill that particular pavement. The water is actually penetrating in the base. And the object is to, like in the Deer Point Trail subdivision, is to fill that crack in so the water cannot penetrate. And basically the main objective is to save the base so that we can actually do the just a standard mill and overlay operation when we actually go to do some more substantial maintenance. So taking into account available MFT funds, the ratings that we came up with, all the field data that we did, what we're recommending here is 2011, this is calendar year 2011, just to continue our crack filling program, which would be that Deer Point subdivision, Union Square, and also that Fairview or Fairlawn area. Our cost estimate for that is $45,000 just for this work, which includes just a little bit of road patching and just continuing that crack filling program. 2012, 2013, we're looking at resurfacing Misty Hill. And again, these are suggestions that we're making, whether the board's going to have to decide whether they want to do this 2012, 2011, or consideration of any cost, delay any of this. That's $340,000 is our current cost estimate. That's in today's dollars with today's is the asphalt price. And we all know what's happening with the price of oil, so that's a variable that we're going to take into account in those coming years. Then after Misty Hill, lowest graded subdivision is the Cranberry Lake subdivision with an index of 49. As we wait till 2014, 2015, we crack filled Cranberry Lake last summer to help preserve it, but it actually will, well, I expect that number to deteriorate as we get towards that 2014, 2015, and we're ready for a resurface. It's a little bit larger subdivision. We're talking about $410,000 to do that work. And then we also looked at the motor fuel tax as far as funding of these improvements is concerned. The village receives about $96,000 per year. You can use MFT funds for vehicle purchase, snow removal, road improvements, or maintenance. And talking to a couple of the other engineers in our office, Bud Reed, for example, he was a building engineer for Germany for 20-some years. All of his MFT money doesn't go to snow plowing, doesn't go to vehicle purchase, all went towards maintaining the roads. It's a crack filling program or a resurfacing program. And that seems to be best use for those MFT funds. As far as our MFT balance is concerned, we did a little cash flow based on what we would be expecting, money we're expecting to come in, and the current balance. Basically, we're looking at, we have about $280,000 balance right now. We get another $96,000 calendar year, we're going to spend $40,000, so we're actually looking at having almost $300,000 by the end of $300,000 by the end of 2011. I'm just using a calendar year. Carry that over the next year, where we break this Misty Hill resurfacing into two construction seasons, 2013, 2012. And basically that number, that balance starts to dwindle here. This is the contribution we're expecting from the state, $96,000, $96,000, $96,000, $96,000, and $96,000. So by the time we get to 2015, we're actually have used almost all the MFT funds, and there's, we're over by about $20,000 in MFT funds, which we get to make up with general funds. And again, this is a guide. I know the village probably is a little apprehensive about running through all their available MFT funds. Maybe this is after discussion with Public Works or amongst ourselves here, that this is a 5-year plan. This is a 7 or 8-year plan where we actually extend it out. But we are expecting to get money from the MFT, get it every month, get it every year, and that money is to be used for this, the crack filling program, and also for the road resurfacing. And the net result of, like I said, these improvements is that all the crack filling will basically, once we're done with that crack filling program, every road in the village will have received some form of preventative maintenance through the crack filling. And then we can start on some of these older subdivisions, such as Misty Hill, which is 12 years old, and then the Cranberry Lakes, which is, I think, about 10 years old. Pavements don't last forever. I'd say about 15 years, you gotta look at resurfacing after 15 years is a good number, and that's pretty much where the village is at right now. With the crack filling that we're doing, if we stay on top of that a little bit better, hopefully we can extend that to 20 years for a road surface. After we do resurface these roads, best to go ahead and crack fill these. Basically, first 3 years you really don't have to do anything, but say years 4 through 6, which is what we're doing with the sanctuary and settlement. You notice those scored higher, they look a lot better, and the crack fill, whatever cracks were there, we just filled last summer. So I would expect those to last, sanctuary settlement pavements to last more towards that 20-year period. So as we put a detailed report together, these are just some highlights from that report. You guys can read that report, hopefully. Feel free to give me a call and entertain any questions.
Any questions at this time?
Greg, when you do the mill, I've seen it in my travels and working in the transportation industry that a lot of the big road builders, contractors that are actually taking the asphalt that they mill off and recycling it into their virgin material that they're using to replace the roadways with. Is that a possibility for us to do that? I mean, it's not as big as a project as resurfacing the Indiana Toll Road. Is that something we could look at to, maybe help us reduce our costs if we have to?
That's something that we could look at. One item that we talked about, or one item that's in the report, is there's a difference between milling and overlaying, and then total reconstruction of the road. And milling and overlaying, maybe $10 a square yard. Total reconstruction, multiply that by 3, and that's what we're talking about. The key is to save that base material. We've got 3 inches of asphalt, basically, and then we've got 8 to 10 inches of stone, and there's the clay soil. Yeah, exactly. Around here, you can use recycled asphalt, but they won't do that in the same operation, the same day. They'll actually grind it off, take it to the plant to get reused in the mix, and then the mix that the village would be using would be from the millings from Graceland or somebody else. So yeah, that's basically the way it works out.
Okay, I didn't know if that was an option for us to look at, just to...
Now, a lot of those big machines, those are 60, 80, 100 feet long, but it's not going to be, you won't be able to make these tight corners that we're talking about.
Okay, I see them out there, I'm dodging them all the time, see them put it back, so the wheels are turning.
Okay, any further questions? Kelly, you have a question?
I do. With one of the costs, just to use 2011 calendar year, you're saying 45,000. Is that just for the work, or is that including engineering fees too?
That is just for the work.
How much do you anticipate for engineering fees?
I just figure at 10% is probably a good.
Thank you.
Good question. Anybody else?
Well, it's pretty hard to swallow. In 5 minutes, I spent all your MFT funds. But like I said, this is a guide. Something really needs to be done with that Mosquito subdivision. You saw the cracking that was available out there. And the idea is that we've got to do something in that 15-year period of that pavement life to preserve the base. Because if you say let the pavement go another 7 years and don't do anything, now you'd be looking at a lot more substantial, a worse road, and if the water infiltrates the base, then you're looking at more substantial costs.
And as Greg said, this is a tool, and not only will the Public Works Department be using it for their short and long-term plan, but we will be working this summer on the short and long-term plan overall for the village. So this tool will come into place. So we can decide if it's going to be a 5-year plan, 7-year plan, or whatever.
Correct.
All right, Kelly?
I just have one more thing just to mention to the board, and I'm sure Trustee Walkington and Daley know, and Soto, but this is just in the back of our heads. Also with motor fuel tech MFT funds that we received revenue, the state did give us one allotment so far of that Illinois Jobs Now that has to be used for MFT, and we get so much money right now. I don't have all those figures in my head, but we did get that one lump sum that could be used towards this goal. In this fiscal year, I've anticipated in the estimate of revenue 30,000.
Okay.
So just keep that as a tickler.
Okay.
Above the MMT.
Yes.
Above the regular
Yes.
amount. Okay, we're going to move on to our business. Item J1 was tabled. Oh, I wanted to kind of skip your reports.
Okay, no problem.
I'm so sorry. Reports of standing committees. Finance, Trustee Daley.
Finance Committee met tonight. We talked about a couple things, just to let the other board members know. We have been approached by a company who wants to renegotiate our lease on our new cell tower on Boys and Well property. It was, according, well, I spoke to